YouTube, Tag Tarsus here again with another crafting video. I'm bringing you this video to be hopefully a little helpful, give you some insights as to some of the stuff that I've learned within ESO, and I'm hoping you hit the ground running. I'm going to apologize for the quality of this video when I was recording it. Got a little choppy, I got some bad frame rates, and overall it recorded what I needed to record, but it didn't record it well. And this is an answer to the question asked on my last YouTube video about crafting. How many items do you get when you transfer an ore into an ingot? The answer is anywhere between 7 and 10. If it goes below 7, I haven't seen it yet, but that doesn't mean it doesn't occur, so it's completely randomized. Enjoy. So for crafting with the research, here's one way you can tell that you can research it. It puts a little 1 down underneath it. What that essentially is telling me is that by choosing to research it, I could research rather than break it down for the materials. And come launch, I'm going to be doing a lot of that. It's going to be, like for instance, the sword that I could research right now, sharpened, increases armor and spell penetration. Well, yeah, I'm going to be researching that. For instance, sharpened, I guess I could do that for greatsword as well. The battle axe will allow me to research powered, which reduces the cooldown of the weapon enhancements. The reason why I can do this stuff, and it's interesting that they let me research that on one-handed or two-handed sword. That's interesting. But the sword actually has sharpened on it, which I would be able to use that to learn that ability. And the same for the Lion Guard's Pride. So what I'm going to do is, for the fact that this is beta, it's not going to carry over, I'm going to destroy all of these things. The reason I'm doing this is I'm getting honing stones, and I'm going to show you what purpose that's going to serve me soon. So I'm going to do this just as a for instance. I'm going to show you what happens. This is the portion that some people haven't really been talking about much, and this is one of the things I think that has to be talked about. This is one of the reasons why the crafting class, the people who've decided to craft, are going to be so desired and so wanted in this game. And I'm going to try my best to explain it. This is the improvements tab. Any item you have, even a basic normal item, you can improve to the next step. If I had a fine item, which is green, and I wanted to make it superior, I would need Dwarven Oil. Now, I've had some Dwarven Oil, but what it does is it improves the quality from fine to superior. Same can be done from grain solvent, improves superior to epic, and then tempering alloy will take it from epic to legendary. Now, it's my understanding from some of what I've heard from devs and from some of my guildmates that there are no drops in the game of legendary quality. Now, this could be slightly wrong, and I will be happy to crow later if that's the case. However, it's my understanding at this point in time that the game will not drop legendary items. However, a blacksmith who is presented with an epic item that it can drop can add tempering alloy and turn it into a legendary. So it is my understanding that even the best drops in the game can be improved by a blacksmith or the respective crafting class. And I'm going to show you how this works. I got an iron sword. It's a normal. I'm going to be turning it into a fine sword. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump it up by each one of these things that I have tells you the chance it's going to do it. Now if it fails, it destroys not only the iron sword but the honing stones as well. For every extra honing stone I add, that chance is going to go up. So at 4 honing stones, I have an 80% chance to get the improved iron sword. You'll notice the iron sword normally is damage of 25, level 10, and a value of 17. If I turn it into a fine sword, it'll increase the damage to 30. It's 5 more damage, not too shabby, and it will increase the value by another 3. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. If this had not been beta, if this is actually live launch, if this actually was live launch, I would probably not do this because I would probably not be wasting it on my normal that I just made right now, especially a normal as mundane as this, but hey, this is for me to show it. So I have a 20% chance to fail. Oh, I didn't bump it back up. Alright, I have a 20% chance to fail and an 80% chance to succeed. We'll see how it goes. So here's the warning. You have an 80% chance. If this attempt fails, I will lose the iron sword. So my improvement attempt succeeded. This is how the items get improved in quality. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say if they follow through with no legendary drops, it's going to again make the crafting class work. It's going to make the crafting class really necessary for this game. And there's always a naked orc somewhere when you don't need one. It didn't really improve the appearance of the sword, so I don't know. It is a better damage though, so that is always a positive.
I'm getting something done.
And just to show, I got 10 raw jute, and I'm going to refine them, and I'm going to show you it's going to make anywhere between 8 and 10 of the crafting material. Okay, 7. Alright, so it is a completely randomized number. So it went down to 7 for this raw jute. In this particular case, I could research something. I have no research going. I have a green item. I could research sturdy. Now this is on a medium armor. I can research sturdy. Give a chance to avoid decay when welder is defeated. So you double click on it, it brings up the secondary window. It's asking you research trait from which item. Select the item from which the research the trait. So I'm going to double click on this and it's going to make this highlightable. So it also tells me the warning that researching this item will destroy it. This process will take 6 hours. And the countdown starts. So I am now researching how to make just the medium armor chest piece sturdy. Now granted, I don't plan to do much clothing training, and this is done simply just to research it. I venture to say that as I play the game, I will probably research gear for other types, but I'm not going to be trying to push the skill up. Alright, so that was that. Let's go over here and look at woodworking, which is something else I've been doing. Which is not helpful to me to have 4 wood. But here's another case where I can show you the research. I am capable of researching on fire staffs charged, It increases enhancement charges. You'll notice I've already research powered. It's over. So I'm going to double click this and set it to research. Now you'll now notice, because I've researched a previous stat for fire staffs, that this is now not going to take 6 hours to research, but 12. These things are going to go up each time, so I'm showing you the research window, the fact that now researching a fire staff, again, woodworking, not something I'm hugely worried about. I'm getting further along in woodworking than I have on my other, but now that I'm researching fire staff charged, I'm actually going to, it's going to take 12 hours now. It's my understanding that the next one takes 24. They're all exponentially doubled, so it's like 24, 48, stuff like that. So if you wanted to learn all the fire staff abilities, it's going to take you several days. I think somebody figured out it's like 30-something days. I have to go look that number up. I could do the simple math right now, but it's not really that important. You could do it, or I'll do it later. But the take home that I wanted you to get from it is that it can potentially add up to an awful lot of time. Alright, so that's crafting training, and I'm going to show you that I'm doing research already. See, I have 1 of 1. I can't research anything because I'm researching something as it is. If I remember correctly, what I'm researching is a glove. I'm researching reinforced gauntlets, so it would increase this item's armor value, which ultimately would be what I would probably research on all of them. And I have researched reinforced for the feet as well. I also have the understanding you get less experience for deconstructing items you've made, so that's just my general understanding of that. If you can find a friend to sit down and craft with side by side, I think you could stand to get more experience long term. Alright, so that's my educational video on research. I hope it's been helpful in some way, and I hope that you will subscribe to me, because I am hoping to bring you more helpful videos for ESO. I've not set a timetable for them, as obviously I'm not trying to turn into the ESO guru, as I'm also helping to launch our guild into ESO, but in the long run, I'm hoping to put out many more helpful videos.